Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I want to talk for just a couple minutes on how to turn crystals into credits in the most efficient fashion. I've talked about this before. A lot of this will be a rehash of what I've done before. I know there's new people this will be helpful for. And also, I am going to do something new at the end of the video. I'm going to open up some celebrations packs and see what type of return I get, just to give a real life example of what you may expect to get if you buy celebrations packs. Although that's very collection dependent as well as luck dependent. So but first, need to go over the theory of it so that you understand what is best for you. Because the reality is the answer is not the same for everyone. What you should do is dependent upon your situation. All right, we know these three currencies: coins, buy cosmetics only. Go ahead, spend it. You can't get cards anyway with it. Crystals, we buy products in the shop, which is what we're going to focus on here. You buy the Premium Battle Pass as well. Always get the Premium Battle Pass. Always do the daily challenges. Always get to tier 50 before it resets, right? That's the basics of the live economy there. And then credits. We use these to craft cards within the deck builder. The cost to craft cards, or the price, is based on the rarity. The higher the rarity, the more it costs to craft those cards. Okay, jumping into the shop, there's two ways we buy products. One is, let me just say here, there's this currency tab. You can buy coins, you can spend crystals to buy coins. Don't do that, right? Because you're taking the money you can buy actual cards with and getting just cosmetics from it. So never use that currency tab. I don't even know why it's there. Ignore it, please. Okay, so getting back to the things you'd actually do, you buy bundles to get products. One of the products are you get a card or a few cards with packs. That's not a good value. Basically, don't ever do that. It's not a good return. The other is decks, right? And there's generally a couple tiers of decks. There's these the battle decks, which are a decent value if you don't have most of the cards. So if you really wanted a deck, say the Quala Quavel EX battle deck, it could be worth buying, but as you can see, it's only the grayed out cards that I don't have those cards in my collection already. So it's not a good value for me to do this. I should just craft the individual cards I'm missing. It's going to be better most of the time to craft the cards you're missing. Unless you're missing a lot of the cards, then it could be worthwhile. Okay, but there are a couple products that are particularly worth buying, and that's the V League Battle decks. Going back, you got to kind of find them by date, or just search through kind of till you find the graphic you want. All right, so the Mew deck, this is from November 2022. Let's say you wanted to play Mew VMAX. Obviously, it won the World Championship. Still a strong deck now. If you don't have the Mew Vs, Mew VMAXs, Genesect Vs, you would buy the Mew VMAX League Battle deck. You might need to buy 2 copies of it to get it, because the Vs and the VMAXs are pretty expensive. So if you wanted Mew VMAX, you don't have the cards, get the League Battle deck. That's what you do here. The other thing you can do is if you keep buying League Battle, like a Mew VMAX League Battle deck, after you have the full play set, you're spending your crystals, and then through the dusting system, you're getting a bunch of credits at the end of the day. The Mew deck is a decent return there, but the best deck, after having looked at all the products that are out now and trying to pay attention as they come out, is the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX League Battle deck. Yes, it is a mouthful to say, but this gives the best value in terms of what you get through dusting. You will get, I believe, 4,150 credits at the end of the day, once you have a full play set of all these cards. So you spend 1,250 crystals, you get 4,150 credits. So when you divide it out, you get 3.32 credits per crystal spent. So about 3.3 credits per crystal, or in a sense, every crystal in your collection can be converted into 3.3 credits. So that is the best of the products now, where you're a guaranteed return, right? Because it's a fixed set of cards you're getting. You're getting this exact 60 every time. With packs, there's randomness. You don't know what you get, but we'll talk about packs next. But for most people, this is the best value. The Ice Rider deck. It's under July 2022. I keep evaluating new things as they come out. So far, nothing has beaten this. And I suspect this will stay like the best product for a while because the Vs are much more expensive than the EXs. So this will probably stick as the best value, like I said, long term. The other option is buying packs, right? So packs under expansions, you come here, you see all of the different packs. Just so you know, in terms of what you get for cards per packs, before Scarlet and Violet, right? So that's Sword and Shield, and earlier you got, clicking on it here, you would get 5 cards per pack, rare with varying rarities. You get like the first card's always a common with potential to an upgrade to a super rare, but you get a common, an uncommon, a common foil, a rare is guaranteed. So a bunch of commons and uncommon and a rare, that's your guarantee out of those 5 cards. With the new set, new packs, they started with Scarlet and Violet, you now get 6 cards per pack. So just take a quick look at that. You get a common, uncommon, common foil, rare. You have the option to possibly upgrade, which varies too. But you're getting again a bunch of commons, 1 uncommon and 1 rare. So if 1 extra card than before, but most likely a common card. Now, the one exception to the 5 or 6 card rule for packs is celebrations. Okay, wow, I am being very. Okay, there it is. So celebrations, you only get 4 cards per pack, but you get a rare, and a holo rare with the chance to upgrade on cards 3 and 4. So you're guaranteed 4 rare cards. So it gives you by far a better return in terms of rarity. Rare cards cost more. Therefore, once you have a full playset of those cards, what you get when they're dusted is much better. So if you're buying packs, celebrations packs give you the best return, but here's the question, the caveat there. It depends how big your individual collection is. So like under celebrations, it says I have 43 of the 24 cards. The 24 cards, I think, are the basic arts. There are the secret rares, so I have some of those too. But that just means I have 43, at least one copy of 43 arts in it. But right, so what happens is you only get dusting once you have more than the full playset of 4 cards. When it's beyond the 4 of the playset. Sorry. And if you don't have any celebrations packs to start with, it's going to be a long time before you start getting cards dusted. And there are a good number of very high rare cards in celebrations. So let's take a quick look at the situation in celebrations. Show cards, and I want celebrations and celebrations. Okay, so there are 22 cards that are in standard. I have, I believe, a full play set of all these cards. You'll see 4 of these. There's no energies, and there is a few trainers. Then we click to format all. There's a bunch of cards that aren't playable at all. Actually, they're not even playable in expanded. But so we see these older cards, and these are actually highly rare cards too. And I don't have a full play set of those. I have 2 Imposter Professor Oaks. It would cost me 1,250 to craft it. So that means if I pulled it, I'm getting 300 or 400 credits, I believe, in dusting. So once I get to a full play set of these, I will start getting more credits. And again, there are a bunch of non-playable cards. There are, I think, 22 playable cards, but there's 44 cards in total. So what my situation back in PTCGO before Live came is I went ahead and I got a full play set of all the cards in celebrations that were playable in standard. I kind of wanted that to have the options to play even before Live was a thing. So even before people knew that celebrations cards had value, I wanted to get those cards in PTCGO, and the only way to get those cards was through trading. If you remember back in those days, if you don't, then don't worry about it. But so I came into Live with a play set of the playable cards. But of the non-standard playable cards, I didn't have many. At this point, you can see I've pulled 2 copies of a number of these at the top, no copies, 1 copy. These cards are, for the large part, high. Rarity is quite high. So like this Charizard here, which I don't have any copies of, unfortunately, it costs 2,000 credits to craft, but the exchange rate, if you dust it, is 1,000. It's 1 to 2, so that's actually very good. So the value of Celebrations cards is as you fill out your collection with these super rare cards. I'm starting to kind of getting, a number of these rare cards. I am getting like 1 or 2 of, but that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not dusting these highly rare cards yet, like the Xerneas EX. I have 1 copy of. Need to get some more before I dust things. So, okay, so getting to it, at this point in my collection, I'm still getting a better value from Shadow Rider League Battle decks. The Ice Rider League Battle deck. Sorry, Ice Rider is still a better return at 3.32 credits per crystal. I'm going to probably get less when I buy Celebrations packs. But what I will say is the return for me isn't that much worse when I buy Celebrations packs, and I look at it as an investment because I will pull some of those super rare cards that eventually will get me those higher dusting values. So, all right, so I am decided I'm going to buy Celebrations packs rather than Ice Rider, but it's only because I had a full play set of the standard legal cards to start with, so I'm getting enough of a return that it's worth looking at as an investment. All right, if you're buying packs, you want to buy the one where you get 6 packs. You get 350 credits with it plus the 6 packs. So I'm going to go ahead now and buy these 6 packs. I will open them and see what type of a return I get. So buying 6 packs, they're random. There's obviously a degree of randomness so don't know what the rarity is nor how many copies I have. So you get your 350 credits. That's nice. So pack 1, let's see. So get 100 credits there. Get 100 credits there. Got 100 credits there. Let's see, do I get pulled? I get 250, so that is a V. So nothing of the super rare variety, but I got credits for all of those. Not bad. 100 for Zekrom, 100 Yveltal. So got a second copy here. This one's certainly much more expensive, so that investment in the future there. And Mew, just 125 there. So didn't get as many. So I didn't get a great return on that last pack, but did start to invest in the future. All right, so 100, 100, 100, and 125. So not a great return. That's like a pack like that is definitely worse than the Ice Rider League Battle deck. So 100, 100. 100, you can obviously see too, and 600, so that's quite nice. So I got the full play set of these. In fact, I might even be able to trade it for those in PTCGO because they weren't that expensive. People don't love those arts, but 600 for this card. So that's a very nice return, right? So I think this is a rainbow rare, possibly. I'm really bad with what the different with the terminologies for the type. So that was a very good pack for return today. 100, 100. So investment in the future. Got 3 or 4, so I'm getting close to a full play set there. And another of the special Professor's Research. So that was a very nice pack there. Pleased for that. And the last pack, let's see, 100, 100. All right, investment in the future. Got 3 or 4. So again, getting close to a full play set of the Venusaur 2. And a VMAX. Surfing Pichu, one of my favorites. Not the best, but he always gives me a smile and a chuckle. But not a bad return. So let's see, what did I get? So I got, and it tells me in total, it makes the math easy, 3,925 credits, and I pulled some 3 cards, which will all help towards the future. So doing the quick math, getting out my calculator. Oh, my calculator's doing a little update. Okay, so it's 3,925. That's what I pulled in credits. Divided by 1,120, right? That's what it cost. So, wow. So it worked out really well for me. This was a very nice 3.50 credits per crystal, which is better than the 3.32 for the Ice Rider deck. So I actually made out better as of today with this. In large part, I think it's because of those Professor's Research. I got 2 of those. That was really right. I got That was the bet. Those were the best cards I pulled that I had full play sets of. So that's very, that's what got me the value. Without those two cards, right? If I hadn't gotten those two researches, if they were just kind of rares, let me just reduce it by 1,000. 2925 divided by 1120. Then I would have been at like 2.6. I could have been 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 if I didn't get so lucky with the pulls. But even at that, I did pull some investments for the future. But like I said, I made out today and built for the future. Got lucky with the set of pulls, I will say. So I think if you have a full play set of the standard legal celebrations cards as of now, it's worth buying those packs. You want to be getting it, I think, at least averaging 2.5, 2.6 credits per crystal spent to make. And once you're at about that level of return with celebrations packs, it's worth it. Otherwise, stick with the Ice Rider League battle decks. If you don't have celebrations packs, just stick with the Ice Rider decks until you've built up a little bit of a buffer. Then you can start to maybe dabble in celebrations packs over time and build those up. So that's my advice. It depends on your situation, and you can let me know if where you are with your collections and what gives you the best return for currency spent. Take care.